Ricky Smith out of the competition here this weekend. Set to go now, John Dowie from Columbia, South Carolina against the hillbilly Roy Hill from Sophia, North Carolina.
Well, that's Hill. Johnny Dowie, by the way, turned in some heavy duty miles per hour in prelims. He was clocked at 187.5 miles per hour. That was the second fastest in terms of miles per hour. He was ranked only 7th, though, because of ET.
Dowie in the near lane in the home wrecker for Thunderbird. He's going against the Mercury Topaz of Roy Hill. It's a close race. At the line. Oh, I don't know who won. Dowie wins with a 7.606, 185.95 miles an hour.
I don't even know how the electric eye could tell that. Do you suppose there will ever really be a tie in something major? That's about as close as you can come.
Watch the replay on this. You'll find it close all the way to the line.
They were keeping pace after step after step after step with each other all the way down the line, Bob. Both of them appear to be doing it just perfectly, and I don't know what causes somebody to win and somebody to lose in a situation like that.
A faster ET and more miles per hour for Roy Hill, but Johnny Dowie moves into the semis. He'll be going against Bob Glidden next time. Up now, Charlie Peppers against Bruce Allen. Now, Allen has won 3 in a row in IHRA, and we ask him, can anybody beat you?
Anybody out here can win. Bob and Ricky and Ewings and everybody that's here is capable of winning. And like I said, we've just been lucky and been having good luck and not having any problems, and the car's just been making good runs, and I think that's the key to it, Buddy and Dave.
Bruce Allen in the rear Morrison Chevrolet Camaro. Charlie Peppers in the far lane and the Peppers Automotive Ford Thunderbird.
That's Buddy Morrison and David Rear. The run is off. The 34-year-old former engine builder from Michigan, Bruce Allen. Can he pull it off again? He's got a real challenge this
Yes,
time.
but Bruce Allen does defeat Charlie Peppers to move into the semifinals. 187.11 miles an hour. Here's the replay.
Well, Allen has already said that the machine has been so good that him being, in effect, a replacement driver has really sensed the pressure. The pressure has been on him this year, and I think he's responded well.
So there is Bruce Allen going back to the pit area to work on that car. Now we take a break from our drag racing activity and show you a performance by a guy that calls himself the Leaper. His real name is Ken Jordan. He is going to jump over and I believe turn a somersault in midair at this car that'll be going about 64 miles an hour toward him.
Now watch close. This is combining karate and daredevils like you used to see at the county fair. Up, and he makes it.
Amazing.
Oh.
You know, you could almost say that's stupidity, but it takes a lot of talent and a lot of coordination to do something like this. Here's another angle.
Now, what I wonder is, how do you practice something like this? I mean, it's one thing to throw up a flaming baton and maybe catch the wrong end and burn your hand, but what if he messes up?
You don't get the second chance, I would think, or at least you would probably be seriously injured if you miss this. We have an in-car camera here, and look at the perspective that the driver has on this. Oh, there he goes.
Can you imagine going home and your wife saying, well, how are things at the office today? Well, they were okay, but the guy driving the car screwed up. I landed on the trunk again.
Very talented Ken Jordan, the Leaper, has performed his duty well here this weekend in Cincinnati.
I guarantee you that is one unique talent.
I totally agree with you. Well, there is activity going on back in the pit area here at Edgewater Park. There's activity in the Dale Full D pit. He'll be going against Billy Meyer in the semifinals in just a few minutes. And on the other side of the pit area, there is also activity in the Kenny Bernstein pit, and he will be going against Jim Head in the semis. So a lot of work going on back in the pits, and we'll have more activity on the line as we continue to cover the IHRA Summer Nationals from Edgewater Park in Cincinnati. It's 7:30 Eastern Time here on ESPN with all the latest news and results from the world of motorsports. Marty Reid is in the pit area with our question of the week.
Who do you like to come up against least and why?
Well, right now it'd have to be Dale Pulte because he's an excellent driver and he's got his car running real well, so I'd have to say he's probably one of the biggest threats.
Dale's one of those guys that is right now a hot racer, a hot car, and I don't know if you want to pick on him too much right now.
Well, I think I'm probably the least lucky against Kenny Bernstein. It's not that he's got any better crew or any better car or any better driver. It's just that
things don't seem to go as easily as we want them to against Kenny. Everybody has someone they come up against that they just have trouble with. It seems like he's the toughest for us.
Prudhomme is always tough. You know, you can never count him out. And every time I run him, we always have excellent races. So I'd probably say him.
Bernstein, because he's running awful good. Everybody else probably would have thought, you know, Poldy, but he smokes the tires a lot, and his car's real violent. And it's prone to maybe, you know, screw up.
Dale Poldy, because he always beats me. Well, the way we've been running lately, any of them, but our car's coming around.
Lee Shepard was he was probably the most consistent out there, but I still feel that in equal cars, Ricky Smith is probably the toughest driver out there.
I look at everybody as being capable of beating me, and when we pull up there, I just do my best to, no matter who it is, to have a real good reaction time and make a good run, because anybody that qualifies can beat you.
Probably Ricky Smith. He's one of the best drivers on any circuit. He's just a real tough guy to beat.
Everyone is our enemy when we get to the starting line.
Well, a couple of drivers mentioned Kenny Bernstein as being tough to beat, and he's up now against Jim Head in the semifinals of the Pro Funny Cars.
Yeah, Ronnie Sox's comment about Ricky Smith, very interesting. Scott Khalid, of course, a little bit of poking fun at the guy who's been the one to beat so far this year.
Bernstein defeated Paul Smith in the quarterfinals, and Head defeated Mark Oswald. And now Bernstein is in the near lane, Head in the far lane here in the semis.
Head at a disadvantage, but his reaction time in the qualifying runs, about the equivalent of the guy who catches a bullet in his teeth. Very good. He only got 229 miles per hour, but his reaction time great, but the reaction time not enough to overcome the king, Bob.
It is Kenny Bernstein with the win. He moves into the finals. His ET 5.714 and a run of 247.25.
Are Bernstein and Poldy on a collision course? It's beginning to look like it.
We'll know in a few moments. Let's take a look at this run again as Bernstein got off the line quickly. Head with just a slight bobble there at the green.
Yeah, Head was the man who turned a double 60 last year. He turned a 5.6, 260 miles per hour, but Bernstein is right on the Juggernauts course here in Cincinnati.
Coming up now, Dale Poldy going against Billy Meyer. And Poldy well out ahead now in the point standings. Will he take a few races off and relax?
We're not going to give it a chance. We're going to try to run all the races and run as hard as we can. We're kind of on the greedy side. We want to win everything.
Poldy and the Miller Warrior here in the near lane, and Billy Meyer from Waco, Texas in the far lane.
Poldy is another one of those guys who the reaction time has really held him up in very shining light so far in 1985. He's been so consistent. He's been so quick right at the line. They've given up a little bit of horsepower in terms of miles per hour down at the top end of the course, but Poldy has really been keeping it all together. It's not been a matter of putting it together. This was even a new car in mid-season, but it's really proven to be a fast one and a solid combination.
Interesting statistics. Since 1977, Dale Poldy has not finished lower than 5th in the IHRA Winston Pro Funny Car point standings.
Poldy moves over to 5.8 or 5.7, and now this round, how consistent will it be? And Poldy's got him again, Bob.
He pulls ahead, and Poldy does indeed move into the finals, so it'll be Poldy against Kenny Bernstein in the finals later this afternoon. There's the ET in the miles an hour for Dale Poldy, and here's a replay of the run.
Poldy came in, I mentioned, with a 5.83, 5.76, and now the clocks tell us he turns out another 5.78, 248 miles per hour. Doesn't knock your eyes out with miles per hour, but it's good enough to win.
The finals are set up, Poldy against Bernstein, but we have the semis and the Pro Stock coming up in just a few moments. Stay with us for more of the Summer Nationals from Cincinnati. And it's going to be Bob Glidden from Whiteland, Indiana in the near lane against John Dowie from Columbia, South Carolina in the far lane.
You know, 2 months ago, Glidden went 186 miles per hour, and that was the speed record at the time, and now that's become almost ho-hum. He went 188 himself again here this weekend in Cincinnati, and he comes in as the third-ranking qualifier in a list that he was headed by Roy Hill and Bruce Allen, the number 1 and 2 qualifiers coming to the final rounds.
For one time, Bob Glidden was virtually unstoppable on the IHRA circuit, and he is looking for a win here today. It's set to go in the semifinals. And with a bobble, John Dowie with a bobble off the line, but it's a pretty close race as they come down. Oh, I believe that Glidden got him.
He came on at the end there. You know, Glidden lost a little bit of momentum at the very start of the line. Yeah, there he is, number 3 qualifier. This time 188 miles per hour. Both of them had their moments in that race where it looked like they may be throwing it away. At the line, you can see Glidden there. He brings it back down. He gets that traction put right back down into the track, and he begins to move in on his opponent.
Good race, though. About a half a car length win for Bob Glidden, who moves into the finals now.
The 200, that designates a pro stocker in the IHRA trail, and of course the black line in remembrance of the great Lee Shepherd.
Set to go now, Darrell Alderman, Moorhead, Kentucky, against Bruce Allen from Lapeer, Michigan. It'll be Allen in the near lane and Alderman in the far lane.
Bruce Allen is the man that everybody is pointing at. Remember, he has won 3 in a row. He's going after number 4 this weekend here. He qualified at 186.7 miles per hour. Not the top speed, but certainly the best ET.
Cars are getting staged now for this semifinal run. Alderman has moved his car up to the line, and now Bruce Allen moves his Chevrolet Camaro to the staging stripe.
Do not underestimate the significance of in a drag race. See the electric eye reflecting on the hubcap, meaning that Bruce Allen has been staged. He now creeps up to the start line. The guard beam holds him back. They both creep forward, and they're off.
Pretty even at the halfway point now with the slight advantage, Allen, and Allen wins.
So Bruce Allen continues that relentless march that he has begun so far in 1985. He has looked very strong after somewhat of a shaky start in this new ride.
Well, Allen smoked the tires just a little bit coming off the line, but it paid off for him as he went 7.578 on the ET, a speed of 186.72 miles an hour. Bruce Allen against Bob Glidden in the finals of Pro Stock here at Cincinnati, coming up later this afternoon. Well, Marty Reid has been down in the pit area all afternoon with various aspects of what's going on, and he has this report on a drag racing family.
In IndyCar racing, you've got the Unser family and the Andrettis. NASCAR's got the Pettys and the Elliots. In drag racing, it's the Coughlins. Back in the 70s, Father Jeg was driving Top Fuel dragsters. Now his 3 oldest sons are competing in the IHRA circuit.
Well, of course, it's got to be a father's dream to have 4 sons, first of all, and then to have them be interested to work in the business with you is a 10 strike. There's no question about that. And then my interest has always been drag racing, and for them to follow in my footsteps in this is it's the ultimate.
Have they surprised you with their capabilities as drivers?
Well, yes, they have, but the neat part about it is I think that they've watched me race for the last 20 years, and then John started racing, and I helped him as much as I could, and I think that by him racing in a dragster, that worked out real well because it was something that I was used to racing. The other 2 boys just stepped right into the project, and I think after watching John, they just worked out extremely well. Michael, second time out, he was into the semifinals at one of the bigger meets at the races, and it's just worked out really well.
How important is it that for you to have the brothers and dad and everybody involved?
Well, it's real important. With 3 cars, everybody has to work real hard. My brother Jeg, he works real hard. He's got a 3-wheeler that he follows all of the cars around to, check the tire pressure and make sure everything's perfect. And boy, without him, I'll tell you what, we'd be hurting.
We all seem to stay together real well, and no fighting, and everything goes together and stays good, no problems, and works out real well.
We should point out there is one more member of the Coughlin family ready to get into the driver's seat. 15-year-old Jeg. He does most of the mechanical work now, but he's ready to climb in. But I would know only one way to start a good argument in this family, and asking, who's the best driver?
I am. We'll be back with the finals from Edgewater.
The clutch is the reason that Bruce Allen ran a 7:57 last time down the track, and it has cost him lane choice. It could prove to be very costly.
While the clutch is being replaced in the Bruce Allen pit, all seems to be calm and collected with Bob Glidden. He's enjoying a cigarette, making some minor adjustments to his car. It'll be Glidden and Allen in the finals in Pro Stock in just a moment. First, however, the finals in the sportsman classes.